Hello and welcome back! Behold, is it not lovely to step outside the front door at night? I was going to say I'd have no mobs, but there's one just to be spiteful. Be gone. But isn't it lovely that these fields are no longer full of mobs? They always used to be. There's still some down there. Got him. So I could do a bit more spawn proofing around here, but this is actually, you know, for just the first pass and not really trying it out, I actually think this has done quite well. Let's have a look from the sky. Yeah, the hillside's doing well. There's a couple of darkish patches I'll have to fill in, but it seems to be doing okay. That does mean, however, I'll have to get more moss carpets. I don't know that I want to build a moss farm. I was looking at them and they're so big. They're such big things to build. They're not. They're very small for farms, you know, compared to some like the big gold farms that you put on the nether roof. But just for this settlement and the amount of moss that I'm ever going to need and the fact that you can just get it manually, it's such a big thing to build and I don't know that I want it kicking around. So I think for now I'm just going to do a bit of manual harvesting of the carpets because it didn't take long. It took maybe 10 minutes at most to get the 5 stacks of carpets last time. So I'll just do it again. I'll go back to my little patch under the fountain here where the ground is nice and flat and it's all lit up and nothing can bother me, and I will just punch the floor. I'm a little hesitant to be adding more farms as well because I'm already getting to a point where my computer lags a bit when I go through my base. Not always, I think it depends what's going on, but it's getting a bit thoughtful. So I'll do stuff manually for a while. I just need a couple of extra stacks just to add some more lighting to the village. See you in a minute. 9, 11, 12 and a bit stacks. Nice. And that took about 20 minutes, but that should last me a good long while. More than enough to light up what I need to. I'm actually just going to chuck the rest of that straight into the compost, except the 2 stacks of carpet. I will be keeping that. How have you gotten up here? And why are you stuck in the compost? Right, come on, out you come. Go on. Go on, go home. You can be a farmer, that's fine, but go home. So many seeds. Oh, 3 carpets. Found an extra stack. Really? Come on, it's dark. Go to bed. Go to bed. To bed. To bed. Thank you. Now you're going to be weird and hang around this gate, but never mind. How did you get in? Ah, right here. Oh, that's because I blocked off that villager. There we go. Yeah, that should keep him out. I have 3 stacks of frog lights, 3 stacks of carpet. Try and finish off this lighting as much as I can, and that should make a big difference to how frequently I'm blown up by creepers. Gonna be quite heavy-handed with the frog lights here. Jeez. I haven't even checked on the sheep and the pigs in so long. I'm already forgetting where I've put them, so there's probably going to be a few more than there needs to be. I'll need to come up with a different solution of some kind for the middle of the fields. I'll probably just have to make a centrepiece with a scarecrow and some lighting. So whilst I'm doing this, whilst I'm punching the floor, I thought I'd tell you about a little idea I've had. Actually, I suppose it's quite a big idea. So last week I talked about putting a library somewhere, possibly out in the plains. I've actually had an idea about that, of a capital city of sorts, or at least a central hub, that could act as like a bit of a villager trading point. So one day we build everything in one spot. So yes, we have little localised villages, like we've got some farmers here and some librarians here, but have a big central hub that's got everything we ever need. Well, I had a little idea about that. I kind of realised in my head what it was I was envisaging. Oh, I've already put one there. I was thinking, instead of a castle or a town or one big settlement, what we actually do is a giant university. So if any of you are familiar with Terry Pratchett's Discworld novels, then I'm thinking a little bit like Ankh-Morpork, where... oh dear. Yes, I'm thinking a little bit like Ankh-Morpork, where the kind of centre part of the town is centred around the Unseen University, which is a big magical university, and it's very, very tall. The city's quite flat, it's quite kind of spreading out in the plains, but then there's this very big structure in the middle. I'm thinking a little bit like that in shape, something that's quite flat, with, I don't know, some kind of height in the middle, be it a tower or a tree, a spike of rock, a crystal, something like that. I have no recollection of this being blown up, but never mind. So whilst the settlement would maybe focus on this great big place of learning, this great big library, maybe a magical library, maybe something about it is not normal. But from there, a settlement has kind of grown around it, so there's some outer buildings, but nothing too grand. I don't want it to compete with this one. as and when we eventually get the town done here. I think I've already done quite a lot up here. This patch over here is a smidge gloomy. Is that a baby on a chicken? Oh, I'm sorry, chicken. Oh, God. Jump scare. I definitely need to light up here because this just fills with mobs. I think because the mob cap gets pushed up here because there's nowhere else for it to go. I actually need to just have a quick look and see how well we're doing. I don't know why I'm picking everything up. I don't need it. Oh, I can hear a spider. Oh, I aggroed an enderman as well. Leave me be. Leave me be. You're going to kill me, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, terrific. Ah, may as well sleep. Oh, there I am. There's my little heap. Good job I didn't need my levels for anything. Anyway, as I was saying before I was brutally murdered, if we're staying in this world pretty much forever, as long as it'll have us, I would like to make some kind of large-scale central hub that I go back to. But yeah, just a central hub. Has every single villager. It has nether portals both to the normal nether and to the nether roof. Maybe it's got a load of, maybe some of the more complicated farms so that you can like turn it off. And because I won't always be there, it's not a big deal. It'll be one of those places where once it's built, you kind of leave it alone and just come back to it to use it. And whilst I don't want to build a castle in this world, I kind of feel like we don't really need something castle-y. Maybe like a little hill fort or something, but I don't think we want a great big mega build castle. But it might be nice instead to do this one big walled settlement with the university or college or whatever it is in the middle. Give it its own theme, give it its own style. So whilst I'm going to finish this settlement first, as has always been the plan, I might do that 1 second, because then it's there to be utilised. We probably won't spend long on it, because once we've set out the foundation work of it, it'll just be a case of building it. And then once it's built, I can use it and all the villagers and all the blocks they trade, because I'd like to get more stonemasons for more of the quartz and stuff like that. But once we've got it set up and it's just usable, then we just go off and build everything else. And I didn't get to see how lit up the town was either. I'll have to wait another night. The only problem with this is that it is going to be really obvious when the Endermen pick the blocks up and these get exposed. But never mind. One day I maybe will get that data pack or whatever it is that stops them picking up the blocks, but for now I'm trying to keep it reasonably vanilla so that people can kind of play along. I think it's fine to make builds look really good with shaders and mods and custom blocks, but you know, a lot of people can't do that. So this is something that everybody can play along with. Other than OptiFine, that's the only thing that actually changes how the game behaves, and that's really only the lighting. Everything is vanilla. Let's have a quick flyover. So the town isn't done yet because that doesn't need to be done just yet. That's going to get sorted anyway. The fields aren't looking too bad, except there. The hillside seems okay. Let's go a bit higher. Yeah, there's the odd kind of like little river of darkness like around here. Oh, I need to do the top of the nether portal too. Hey dude, you've got a friend. Seal you back in. I have to deal with you another day. He's been there since episode 1. He's very patient. I think for now that will have to do. I'll have to wait until it's night again. I'll just catch this patch down here where the zombies were spawning. And I think that'll do for now. I only have 7 left until I need to get some more from my storage. So I'll just get these ones down and that'll be that. Be interesting to see how much more effective my creeper farm is after this. But as I was saying about the new settlement town building thing, we've got quite a lot of plains out here just past here, and we did talk about having the settlement sprawl this way a little bit into these fields. So maybe they can kind of join up. Maybe we have got this great big settlement thing here, this great big university or library, whatever we decide to go with, that gradually trickles in to join this settlement, which would explain why this gatehouse was here. Whilst I would like the other settlements to be in different biomes and to actually be quite far away, because I think it's nice to kind of start afresh and not be too tied into what you've already done. No, I think it might be quite nice to still have something very close to spawn, so if I end up back at spawn, it's really easy to get myself kitted out, because it's just here, and have it all tied together as one big structure. So yeah, maybe, we'll see. It's just an idea at the moment, I'm just putting that out there. But anyway, I think that's my first job done. And I think now I'm going to make some custom trees. I'm in the mood to make some custom trees. I just don't know where I'm going to put them all yet. think I want a few more on the slopes. I've kind of decided I'm not building any more structures on the slopes, at least for now. Once I've put the forge in, and I know how big the forge is, because it's probably going to be like that once it's done. Once I know how big it is and how cluttered it's going to make that hilltop look, I might put some more structures around, but for now, the hillside is kind of done, except for the forge, so buildings will come down here towards the town. So I don't want to build any custom trees around here yet, because this is going to get built on anyway. So maybe we just focus on the hillside and the established village for now. I like where this tree is placed, but it is a little bit clunky. So maybe replace this one. Might put one round here. This would be quite a nice spot for one, I think, actually. And maybe one on the rooftop. Might clear some of the trees here. I'll clear all of them to begin with and put a custom tree in, and then we can replant some of the mini ones around it. Because I don't mind the naturally generating trees in small quantities. I mean, obviously you can't replace an entire woodland. Well, you can if you're committed. But if you've got little patches, I kind of don't mind, because I just think of those as being like midway. A custom tree is like a fully grown variant that we get to control what it looks like, but these are just like the midway points maybe. Might be quite nice to put one down there as well. And some more on the hillsides. I think definitely one around here. Maybe here. Whilst I think I'm going to do mostly spruce trees, I will probably do some other styles as well. I think I'm going to start with this big one. I might leave some of its original trunk here and then kind of wiggle it out as it goes. At least I don't have to set up a bed and stuff here. I can just sleep in the villager houses. First of all, I'm going to fly up here and steal the leaves. Is the right tree? Yes, the right one. No point in wasting good leaves. Why is the top of the azalea tree missing a bushy bit? Never noticed that before. Why is the water partially gone? A villager must have been using it. Now we shall take it down. I think I'll probably just time-lapse the actual creation of the trees, because it's one of those things I need to get a bit lost in. Can't really talk at the same time. So I shall bring you back when we have some trees. We have some custom trees. It has very much changed the tone of the village, hasn't it? Again. Come on. Yeah. Alright. So as you can see, they're not really spruces. I don't really know what kind of tree they are. They're just sort of big, hangy, dangly trees. But they're pretty, and I like the shape of them, and I like the movement of them. It's nice to see them looking a little bit more deliberate, because the others were a little bit lazy, I suppose. I had just left them for absolutely months. This one's quite skinny. I like the idea that some of them are a bit more spread and some of them are a bit more skinny, so this one's deliberately quite skinny. There's one back here as well. And quite a lot of these are actually just the default trees, but I just added some more dangliness to them and bushied them out a bit. And then there's one big tree at the back. I do like to add roots to them as well and have the roots spreading off. And I did a little bit of grooming on the azaleas as well. But it gives a very nice effect. I'm very happy with how they've come out. Got some over here as well. This one was a natural one, but it's just been made a little more dangly. Put some little extra smaller branches on these, and then there's a big tree. I think this one's actually my favourite. I really like the shape of it, and I like the fact there's a little nook. Hee. I have just noticed that though, because that was unfortunately showing the shroom light. Is that what they're called? Yes, it was showing the shroom light under the carpet. Yep, I like them. And we've got, hi guys. And we've got a little patch down here. I actually took all these trees down, I think, and just completely rebuilt them. So we've got a couple of tall ones, there's some medium ones here, and then there's a couple of newbies, a couple of babies at the front. This one's been trimmed so that it gives... Hi! This one's been trimmed so that it gives access to the little makeshift bridge that they've got going on here. You'll see that nobody's in the boats anymore because the bridge is working. Okay, we'll ignore him. You know what? I'm gonna free you. You've been up here for weeks. Really? Don't make me push you. Maybe you weren't stuck. Maybe you just really like the view. I've also built a custom tree on top of this rooftop here. This one is in oak, with oak leaves and jungle leaves, and it's meant to look more like a wild yew tree. A lot of the times that you see yews, you'll see them in graveyards and they've been trimmed, so they grow very upright and then they're kind of kept as like a bush up at the top. But if you let them just grow wild, they kind of spread into these like bowing leaves, or these bowing branches that's spread out everywhere, and they look very magical. So this is kind of in the process of doing that. It's being bushy. But I had to stop there. I do want to do these ones as well, but I had to stop because I'm running out of birch. I'm running out of birch leaves. So at some point I need to go on a leaf gathering trip. Got plenty of birch over there. I think there's actually, yeah, a birch forest. So we'll go do that shortly. But because I was in the area, I'm going to go check in on the librarians and break my face on a gate. These guys are still here. They seem fine. What about you? Yeah, you seem fine. Now they do seem to be lingering around this book. Do you have any news for me? You're a good boy. You do? What is it? You found some historical texts that might be helpful. Okay. In the book. Okie dokie. Hi. I think this book might be important and I have to be careful with it. Can I pick it up? Can I take the book? I can take the book. I will take it for now. I don't think he was pleased with me doing that. I'll put it back. I'm going to come stand in this corner where it's a bit quieter. And they're not humping at me. Ah! The Desert Tyrant by Hugo Benelope Clumber Forthright. Okay. In the lands deemed bad and dry and bare, where gold spilled from cracks and caverns as spring flowers might burst forth their buds, the people saw many a great trouble and peril in their days and nights. Bandits and smugglers, ghosts and ghouls, and all sorts of creatures most undesirable would haunt the rock-strewn hills at all hours, that only the bravest and most hardy would dare to travel from the road. But worst yet came the Wyrm from the pressing caverns below the blocks, whose dreadful back ran with teeth of stone for mile after mile, and whose claws could dig the very ground beneath your village and sink all into the depths. But the people of these lands were cunning, and learned to keep the beast away. These burrowing worms feared no fire or lava and thrived in their warmth, but would shrink away at the merest hint of water. Even a thick fog could keep them away. So the peoples built viaducts and reservoirs, and tall water towers to catch the rain and store it high on the hills or by the village. A clever marksman could shoot from a distance and loose the waters when needed, washing the beast back into its lair. Some towns stood encased in a ring of these tall wooden towers, and remained untouched by the plundering beast for many years. That is very good to know. You are a very good boy, thank you. I would thank you guys as well, but I don't think I can just give you a steak. No. I'm sorry. It's okay, your book's back, you don't have to scowl at me. So we could build similar towers around the river, and then as the worm comes too close, we could always just shoot an arrow and hopefully scare it away. I mean, it won't cross the river, but it could jump it, I suppose, but if all the land around it is also soggy, then it might not like that. Over there? Is there something over there? Yes, okay, that's always troubling news. Do I need to go look? I should go now, shouldn't I? Yeah, okay. You wait here. You can wait under the table, that's fine. Right, what's he worried about? Oh. Yeah, that might be cause for concern. Please just make yourself comfortable. It's a good job nobody was in this village anymore. So here it is. Go over here. Here's the burrowing worm. I don't think we need to be too careful around it. I should imagine it regards us in the same way that we would regard flies. Mildly annoying, but not really anything to pay attention to. I think it's checking out the serpent. So now it knows that the deep light serpent is here. See if I can land on a horn. Probably not going to care. Now that it knows that the deep light serpent is here, I think it's going to be more careful. More watchful. Its feet are covered in lava. Well, at least fiery heat. It seems to be pulling the heat up with it from wherever it's been. Oh, bushes. Well, we're getting very busy around here. Should start charging rent. That village is long gone now. You guys seem fine. Go to bed. I'm gonna sleep so these guys don't get eaten. Yep, run away. I will have to light up around here as well at some point, won't I? But Horatio's finds are going to be very helpful, I think. Whilst I don't think it's going to cross the river. If it's that big, it can easily jump it. And the walls. Look at the walls, they seem tiny now. Look at that thing. So we might have to try the water towers and see if we can keep that thing at bay a little longer. It seems hesitant. Oh, I've fallen the fires. I mean, really, it's here for the mines. It's here for the resources, not the village. So provided the village isn't too enticing, with gold and emeralds everywhere, it should be fine. There's like a tiny bit of gold on the top of that gatehouse. We would still like to keep it at bay. We'd like it to know that, you know, it's not entirely welcome when it's so toasty. Yeah, okay, you were right. There was something there. It's at least getting bold enough to leave the caverns now and show its face entirely, so we're maybe running out of time. We need to make sure that the deep light serpent stays. We need to try and bring the amethyst drake in. We need to set up some defences so that that burrowing worm can't get in. Anything else? Well, that's our plans for next week, isn't it? We've got to make some water towers. Find some way of making some defensive towers on the other bank. And maybe we should make a little place just for Horatio, because he's been such a good boy. He could do with his own little place, where he can study and learn and see in the waters. You put one gold block on display and look at the trouble that you get. I don't mind it if it stays over here, just doing what it does. It's allowed to do that. It just shouldn't do it under my village. That would be ideal. But I think we shall have to call it here for this week. We've got a lot of work to do next week, making some towers and trying to keep this thing at bay. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again next week if we're still here and we've not been eaten and we're not on fire, which we might be. Bye bye for now. Please don't eat me. I don't even taste very good.